The future of Monster Hunter could forever change, assuming Capcom goes all in. What is it that I'm hyped about, you may ask? Well, hey, what's up guys, T-dawg here, aka the world's biggest Lagiacrus fanboy, aka Mr. Let's Bring Back Underwater Combat here. Today, I come with good, no, amazing news. The GOAT himself, Lagiacrus, will be finally joining the other flagships into the new generation. Everyone is here now. Well, maybe not everybody. Ever since the reveal, there's been discourse everywhere from Reddit to Twitter to YouTube comments. Newbies asking why the old heads are freaking out. Quote-unquote free thinkers downplaying it, stating, "It won't be as good as 3 other chairs." The others speculating on how this will transpire as a whole. That led me to start thinking, how will Lagiacrus be implemented into Wilds? And I've come up with the 2 most likely possibilities in my opinion. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The 2 ways Lagiacrus will be added into Monster Hunter Wilds a few months from now, and how Capcom might have already solved how underwater combat could operate. The easiest, but most disappointing way for our Thundercroc to be added is by the Generations approach. By that, I mean it's just a land monster. Because underwater combat was so hated, unjustly in my opinion, I might add, Capcom decided to never incorporate it again. Cool. I'd say, sarcastically, eating ice cream to hide the pain. Generations, and Generations Ultimate, pretty much performed a lobotomy to Lagiacrus, turning it into a glorified Great Ludras. While it was still the monster we love, it was a sad sight to behold. They massacred our boy. With the current Scarlet Forest and Wilds, I mean, it would fit in perfectly fine. Maybe they could reuse the Uthuna nest area for the fight to cheekily add in the water element without fully committing. That's cool and all, but there's a better, more exciting way it could all be done. Check this out. Arguably, actually, no, putting my foot down on this. It's just a fact that this way is just much better. The people on Reddit will just have to cry about this, unfortunately. Underwater combat, whether it is fully implemented in a title update or in partial areas like pools, would be the best way. In the past, a huge criticism of underwater combat was that it felt sluggish, slow, non-player friendly. While I personally think, yeah, no duh, you're human fighting underwater monsters, but let me be clear, 3U was my introduction into the series, and so I'm just used to it, and people love to complain as well. But I think this issue has already been solved. It's just been underneath our nose this entire time. Let's think about it. What feature was added to every weapon that helps with precise, focused attacks and movements? It's on the tip of my tongue. I don't know. I just can't figure it out. Yeah, focus mode. If we were allowed to move freely underwater, using the focus mode would be a saving grace for the concept as a whole. It would cover all the complaints about the past, ensuring a new system forever ingrained in the franchise's future. But yeah, that's the hope for this. Lagiacrus is able to come back into the franchise fully realized, showing the monsters of the Scarlet Forest who's king. I gotta say, with Mizusune and the Lagiacrus being added, Uthuna is not gonna be a happy camper soon. Rest in peace. But that's enough from me. What do you think? Am I just sniffing that copium? Am I potentially onto something? Let me know down below in the comments. Whatever Capcom chooses to do, I have to have hope, we have to have hope, that they'll do the best for Lagiacrus as a whole, and let it shine above the others. Because it had like electricity powers and all that. Yeah. But one last thing before we go. Now, let's tackle the biggest issue in my video. Where could Lagiacrus go in the water? Well, let's pull up our handy-dandy map and show some potential areas it can swim around in. Area 8 has a waterfall which could be expanded upon, maybe creating an underwater cavern. Sorry, I gotta deal with this monkey real quick. Continuing on, let's go back to, are you kidding me? Of course, we had another monster show up and try to fight me, but I'm gonna continue anyway. Areas 12 and 13 are awfully barren, and would benefit from expansion too. It would also be cool to see how a Lagiacrus could potentially find an area deeper to settle than Uthuna would. Since we've now fried this fish, let's move to Area 17. With it being so open, Lagiacrus could easily make a show, letting off bolts of electricity. From the 2-second clip that we get, it looks like maybe Area 9 could be where our Thundercroc roams. All that would need to be done is to create a hole in the rock or remove some trees and it would fit in easily. Then there's Area 8, which could benefit from a facelift as well. It has 2 waterfalls which could easily be turned into entrances for an underwater cave. For reference, I'm using the flooded forest from Monster Hunter 3, which reappeared in Rise. But, you know, kinda got rid of all the underwater sections, which is understandable I guess. And ultimately, that is it for today. We discussed the 2 most likely methods that Capcom would use to add Lagiacrus into the game, and what potential areas it will inhabit once it is added to the game sooner than later. And that is where we wrap our video today. Thank you so much for watching to the end if you did. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Am I on to something? Am I just coping? And yeah, you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Peace.
What's up? Can a low come up in your crib?
What? No, get your chips and leave, gang.
Oh, nigga, don't hate me because I'm beautiful, nigga. Maybe you got rid of that old yee ass haircut you got. You get some bitches on your dick.
Bro,
oh,
what?
Better yet, maybe
Gemma.
Call your dog ass if she ever stop fucking with that brain surgeon, the lawyer she fucking with, nigga.
Man, this is why I hate the weekends. Man, just end this video already. Damn. Who are you to ask me how I feel?